gloves are off, the heels are on. It's Let Me Finish with Emmy Award-winning sports reporter Suzy Shuster and senior West Coast editor of Vanity Fair, Krista Smith. It's not easy to get a word in edgewise, but they'll try. And now, here's Krista and Suzy.
Late-breaking news out of Miami. The Miami Herald reports that tomorrow the Miami Heat has canceled a full-page ad that they had taken out, supposedly, who knows, welcoming LeBron James to Miami. Greg Cote from the Miami Herald did report that, Krista. And let's face it, if they are saying that they're canceling this ad, does this mean that LeBron is going to stay in Cleveland and, oh, by the way, spend all of this money on this ridiculous, promotional, self-aggrandizing, egotistical one-hour time buy to supposedly benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Greenwich? I mean, this is ridiculous. This guy should have just kept his mouth shut, had some class. Let me finish. I'm trying to get a point here. He should have just kept his mouth shut, made a nice announcement, maybe like Kevin Durant, hey, tweeted out, I'm staying put for a lot of money. But this is absolutely insane. Who do you think you are? Are you Barack Obama? You're a basketball player. You play in Cleveland. You choked in the playoffs, and this is insane.
It is absolutely not insane. He is who he is. He's LeBron James. What are we all pretending not to know? His nickname is King James.
For what? For what reason is he King James?
Let me finish. Okay, when you listen to all the pundits talk about it, he's considered arguably the best player, if not Kobe LeBron. So he doesn't have a championship ring yet. Okay, he's also almost 10 years younger than Kobe. I don't remember. Dan Marino's considered one of the best quarterbacks of all time. That guy doesn't have a Super Bowl ring.
No, so what? So what's he played a whole career.
Dan Marino has never. Let me finish, okay? Everyone is so up in LeBron's grill about this. This is what I know. I'm not huge, crazy NBA all over it. This is what I know. Suddenly now I know about the Boys and Club of America. Suddenly I know about ESPN. Suddenly I'm paying attention to LeBron James.
Suddenly? What do you mean you know about ESPN?
Well, I mean, for the marketing part, it's genius.
It's ridiculous. A genius marketing ploy. You want marketing ploy? Go to New York and play. Let me finish. Go to New York and play.
Let me finish. It's must-see TV. This should have been in prime time.
What am I going to get a word in edgewise?
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
If he wanted to be the guy, King James, he should have gone to New York. He should have lived in the Big Apple. He should have gone to where Madison Avenue is and done the advertising.
You can only be King James in New York? That's talk about egotistical.
All I'm saying is I think this is absolutely absurd. I can't believe this.
But you're not living in 2010.
No, what's he going to have, a sex tape next? I mean,
sure.
Really, maybe his mom will with Delonte West. I mean, this is absolutely insane.
Okay, you're talking about a guy that, first of all, we know there's been no allegations of rape charges, okay? Right. Why is everybody trying to condemn LeBron James? All he's done is play really, really good basketball, okay? And he's in Cleveland.
He's played good basketball. Yes, he's King James. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys to ever hit the courts, and I get it. We all watched him grow up on ESPN when they broadcast every game of his when he was 3. But the fact of the matter is he hasn't won a thing yet. You know what he's won? A big check to write to ESPN to pay for this special tonight. Can you tell me how
old he is?
Was he 28?
Not even. He's like 26 years old, so he hasn't won one yet. I mean, come on. I just think it's all.
You know why? Because he's been in Cleveland.
We should be happy. It's summer. What else are you going to go see night and day? I mean, what else are you going to do? I mean, who cares? It's like Kardashians take Miami on Fridays. Right. What else is everyone going to watch?
I'll tell you why this bothers me.
In the middle of summer, no one's been talking about anything for 6 months other than where's LeBron going? Where's LeBron going? Where's LeBron? Now we finally know. It makes it event television. I don't see any harm in it.
Event television.
And what's the difference between this?
This is like watching the running game. Like Richard Dawson's going to come out any minute and send like the ice guy after him.
What about your boyfriend Brett Favre? You wouldn't be bitching about it if it was Brett Favre giving an
hour-long special. Brett Favre would no sooner buy an hour on television.
Well, what has he done? He's bought 3 years of this nonsense.
What's he done? He's worn his Wranglers in his field and looked cute. I mean, like, this is ridiculous.
Same drama with Brett Favre.
No, it's not. I'll tell you why. Brett Favre is a classier guy. He's not going to. He doesn't want to be all about the team.
Oh, you know what this says to me? How is his drug addiction classier than LeBron? I mean, come on. Define class.
Brett Favre?
Yeah, he's addicted to painkillers.
It's painkillers. Come on,
Sorry,
who
I
isn't?
had to whisper that.
This is Hollywood. Everyone is. It's like, it's basically like.
All right, we're going to fight about this forever. Let's get to the meat of it.
No. Let me just tell you this right now, okay? What this says to me is I am all about myself. I am all about me. It's all about me.
Shocker.
This is a team.
An athlete's all about himself.
This is a team sport. There are 5 guys on the court. Do I really want to be like the 5th guy on this team? Do I want to come off the bench?
Yeah, you do.
Hello,
'Cause
it's
you're playing
already
with
all about
LeBron.
me. I get it. I want to
you're playing
win.
with LeBron.
It used to be all about winning. It used to be
'cause
all
you wanna
about
play with
winning.
him. Yep.
This is not classy.
Why do you think Paul Gasol came to the Lakers so he could be the #1 guy? No, he came to play with Kobe. Why do you think people want to play with LeBron? It's huge.
The fact of the matter is, if he really wanted to win, he may have gone to Chicago. There was better talent in Chicago.
I'm surprised he's not
So
going to
why don't you
Chicago.
think about that before you interrupt
I'm
me
just
again?
saying,
The
I
fact
think
of the
he's gonna
matter
win.
is, if he wanted to win, and you're all about winning, Krista, he should have gone to
I'm
Chicago.
not the one all about winning. You're the one that's like you're vilifying him because he doesn't have a ring
I'll
yet.
tell you
and
why I'm
saying give him
vilifying him.
time.
Because this is absurd. An
love
hour
it.
on ESPN.
I love the absurdity
I mean, is
of
he
it.
Lindsay Lohan? Is he going to write FBU on his fingernails next? I mean, this is ridiculous.
But here's the thing: we live in the world of reality television. Where have you been? Seinfeld isn't on anymore. I hate to say it, but when you watch Seinfeld, it's in reruns.
What?
What's on prime time is The Bachelor, is Survivor, is Wipeout. This is reality television. This is the best hour of reality television, and it actually is something that people care about.
This was supposed to
Okay?
be the summer of George.
It's not the
Does anybody
summer of
remember
Georgia.
that? I'm
But
such
I
a
have
huge
to
Seinfeld
say,
fan.
time out on this one. Suzy,
She's never watched. She's not Jewish.
where do you think LeBron is going? What do you think is going to happen in 60, 30 minutes, wherever we are on
I
time?
honestly believe the conspiracy theory about Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade playing together in China and the Olympic team, and they all said, why don't we all play together? Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and
Love
LeBron
Dwayne
got
Wade.
very, very close. So I do believe the rumor that they said together, let's get together, let's structure our contract so we can all play together, and I do buy that. So Miami seemed logical until they canceled this ad, and this is throwing me.
But what
I
does
would
the
have said
cancel mean?
Miami.
Yeah, but what does it exactly mean? What was the ad going to say? Welcome LeBron.
Welcome
The
LeBron.
series, they're already sold out for tickets, season tickets.
No,
It's
it was
done.
going to be the big welcome, LeBron. You're our guy, Miami Heat. They were going to take a little picture and do some paint box, and they were going to make him look like he's wearing a Heat picture.
Well, my
Heat
feeling.
uni.
Well, you've all in Miami also. It's like South Beach. It's Pat Riley. Who doesn't want to go to
Right. Well,
Miami?
Pat
We
Riley's
got-
looking good right now. I mean,
looking
my
very
guy looks
good.
like a genius.
So, but I still don't think he's going to leave Cleveland. I mean, you and I have talked about this. He probably should to get away from his mother and family and
Let's
break
face
away.
it. There's
but he's
nothing
not
more
gonna
that he
leave.
should have done. There's nothing more that he should have done than get away from his mother. I mean, first of all, I get it. Your mom's young and she wants to get it going on. She's an attractive woman of sorts. And the fact of the matter is, like, this whole playoffs thing was a debacle, whether or not she's banging one of his teammates. I mean, it's sordid and awful. But by the way, you got to grow up and get away from your mom.
Well, the side of that,
Overbearing.
you went, everyone grows up, breaks away from their family at some point. And I do think the burden of Cleveland is an enormous burden on him. But at the same time, I think if he can turn that burden into a celebration of a city, I mean, I think he will be a hero. He will be canonized. He will be King James. He is King James in Cleveland. I don't know that he becomes King James in South Beach.
What are
It's
you,
a crowded
insane? Are you
field.
crazy? He would have been King James. Are you kidding? He would have owned Nobu down in South Beach. He would have been the king of every
It's
reservation.
popular though. Come on, A-Rod likes Miami. It's popular.
So
it's
what?
a playground.
As you said, he's King James.
He is King James.
He would have
I
rocked
wanted to
it.
stay in
Every
Cleveland
hot
'cause Cleveland
Cuban
has
chick
nothing.
would have flashed him, and he would have seen a lot of vision of a lot of surgery. It would have been hot for him.
Let me ask you a
Dwayne
question.
Wade,
Let me ask you a
single on
question.
the town now. Chris Bosh would have dumped his girlfriend and gone for some hotter chick. They
But
would
how
have
many
braided
Kardashians
together.
do we have left? Because the other one's pregnant. We have to go to the 14-year-olds. They're a little young.
How soon until Kim's getting a little bit of LeBron?
I don't know. That could be amazing.
That's an upgrade.
That's amazing. But if Kim got LeBron in Cleveland, that's what I'd really like. That's its own show.
Kim's not going to
What
Cleveland.
happens to Cleveland if he doesn't stay?
They're Cleveland. That's what
Nothing.
happens to Cleveland.
It's done.
Have you been to Cleveland?
I haven't
The
been to
best
Cleveland.
mustard, by the way, on the planet is in Jacobs Field in Cleveland. I will say that if you are in Cleveland, I want to say to you right now, you win the mustard world. It's the best. Actually, when I was working at ESPN, I was doing a piece on the Mariners. I don't know why I was in Cleveland for
I'd
it,
love to
but they
do a
have great
Google
mustard.
search on
Maybe people want to
Sorry.
hear about the mustard.
Okay, I just want to know. Okay, we heard about the mustard. I just want to know, back to our point earlier, how many times in the last month the name LeBron James has been mentioned on television versus Kobe Bryant? Do you think Kobe's smirking during this?
Kobe's
Is
sitting
he
in
laughing?
Santa Barbara right now.
What do you think he's thinking about
sitting there
LeBron James
saying,
in this press
Damn,
conference?
this is really good marketing, but I'm sure he's saying, well, they're such
He did
different
his own
animals.
thing, but he did his own thing.
Right. They're
Remember
different
that? He
animals.
wants to be traded. That was a lot of heat. I don't know why LeBron's getting so much heat for
I'm
this.
trying to decide whether athletes at home are saying what a genius marketing ploy, or if they're saying like, wow, who do you think you are? I think it's going to be 50-50.
everyone born, post 1980 is sitting there
Right.
thinking this is great branding. This is everyone who didn't know about LeBron James hiding under a rock, they now know about him. I mean, I think it's amazing. It's amazing branding for him.
But Kobe likes to keep things under the radar.
If you're Bill
Kobe
Russell,
likes to have like a low. Bill
under
Russell.
the radar.
Bill Russell right now is somewhere. He wants to vomit all over the place.
All the
He's
old
so
school guys are
by
embarrassed.
this.
I agree with you. All the old school guys are embarrassed.
They are offended at how LeBron has hijacked their sport, I think. Kobe, on the other hand, I think he keeps a lower profile. Let's face it, since Denver, he's always kept a different profile.
Lower profile. Have you seen the wife? Okay, all right.
Well, listen.
I understand. I understand
Those
what you're
players' wives are a
theoretically
whole
saying.
different ball of wax.
Yeah.
And that offensive kind of like homoerotic
All right.
white thing that he did in LA Magazine or LA Times Magazine. Which
Yeah,
is
I wouldn't
not
call.
so
I wouldn't
good.
consider Kobe having a low profile.
I
but
would say compared to LeBron and buying an hour on ESPN for the Greenwich Boys and Girls Club, I don't get it. I mean, maybe take the money you spent on that and then donate
why
that.
Are you so mad? Why are you hating on the Greenwich Boys and Girls Club? There's poor people in Connecticut. I mean,
In Greenwich?
in Greenwich, sure.
Have you
I mean,
been to
Boys and-
Greenwich?
I have been, but I mean, I think Boys and Girls Club. I don't have any
I would
problem
never
with it.
hate on the Boys and Girls Club. I mean, I'm not insane.
Okay.
Boy, I hate those kids. Like, are you kidding
why-
me?
why not the
by the
Boys
way,
and Girls
like
Club?
you know,
This
all
is
these
such a
guys have been out
great
there like,
shot. This is such a
I'm
great
live
shot.
outside the Greenwich Boys and Girls Club. Where
I
in
think it's
20
great.
minutes, LeBron James will
I can't
announce
wait
the
to
decision
let it
that the
chat.
world is waiting for.
All right.
Roll
Were
tape.
there any other sports to talk about or no?
Are you done?
I mean, I could talk forever, but we're going to talk about this in another 20 minutes, aren't we?
Well, we are going to talk about this in another 20 minutes because we decided this is so big that we have to come back after the LeBron announcement. We are going to actually have to do a recap. Chris is going to let me get a word in edgewise about what happened, but
a word in. I'm steamrolled over here. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
I'm begging. So we're going to come back and we're going to debate this because I just can't wait to see what happens. I know you can't wait as well. We're also going to have a live guest. We are going to have somebody announcing what. There's been a gentleman named Rich Eisen who has been tweeting all day. The host of NFL Network has been tweeting all day that he's going to make a huge announcement at 7 o'clock. A huge announcement about what he's going to have for dinner, and I know the world is waiting for the decision. I know people are waiting at home wondering what could it possibly fill his plate, but we are going to find out.
What did you put in the oven? That's what I want to know.
What do I cook?
I mean, nothing? He cooks
insane?
himself?
He's
Is it? Oh, God, all right.
Hey,
All
listen.
right.
It's called 310-555 delivery. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to have. But the world is waiting, and so we will have him on, and we will talk about LeBron with him as well. Chris is not now going to cry if we don't get to the World Cup. So if you'd like.
Okay. Spain, the poets. The poets defeated the Germans. It was incredible, actually. It was a great, great match.
Wasn't
Did you
that
happen
World
to
War
watch?
II?
No. Basically, Spain, this is a great little statistics for all you Moneyball people, that Spain will be the first team to actually be defeated in their first match, 1-0 to Switzerland, which caused an uproar if you were watching the show when the World Cup started. No one had ever heard of that. They're never going to get through. What happened to Spain? They were the favorite, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we end up with our finalists. It's the Netherlands versus Spain, and basically it was what people were kind of predicting. There were teams in the top 5. You know, everyone assumed that they might end up there. And what's particularly exciting about this, Suzy, is that these are two teams that have never been in a final, that have never won a World Cup, and it's in South Africa. So it kind of adds all the insanity and where's my horn? I need my horn.
Your vuvuzela?
Anyway, it's great. It's great. It's basically Pedro Almodovar versus Paul van der Hoeven. Or, you know, it's going to be the giant Dutch versus the, you know, Villa, and, you know, it's just great game to watch.
The series with the Netherlands and with Spain tied it's all even for the history of these two teams meeting, which
It's
I think is
great.
kind of cool. Netherlands have been to the World Cup finals twice, lost both times.
Well, they've lost in the semis, yeah.
And Spain, of course, as we know, played Germany in 2008 in the Euro final. They beat them, same
I mean,
score.
the thing about when I was watching Germany, they looked unbeatable. These guys were as fast in the first minute as they were in the 90th minute. But something happened. I mean, here's the thing. On that day, the pitch was wet. And I think the pitch eliminated their strengths, which was speed and muscle. Suddenly they were leveled. And I honestly, Argentina, Maradona, I cannot believe I'm going to say it, mea culpa, but what the they just didn't have a game plan, and I think that the defense was so
Javier
bad.
Bardem.
Oh, played by Javier Bardem. Oh,
I'll tell you what happened to Germany.
4-0. Germany wasn't tested. Like, Spain's defense was amazing. They locked them down. They had so many shots on goal that were so off.
But I'll tell you what happened to Germany. Their counterattack that was there in the previous rounds just went away.
Well, they couldn't get away because of the defense.
Let me finish. This is a counterattacking team, and they're used to Spain controlling the possession of the game,
Witnesses
the time of possession.
For her talking about sport. Witness. Sorry.
I
love it.
Emmy.
World Cup.
So let's face it. I'm into this because I actually was a big World Cup hater before this, and now I'm into it. But yes, it was about controlling the time of possession, and basically Germany was comfortable with him controlling the time of possession because they're like, it's basically like Agassi's second serve. It's like he doesn't really care who serves at him because he knows that his second serve is going to win that point for the most part. But I think what happened was, you're right, the pitch was wet, and I think Spain was Spain's whole thing though is that they're all fluid because all of their guys play together. Like Barcelona and Real Madrid. These are guys who don't go off to different areas of Europe. They actually all play together.
They also have one of the strongest midfield, and that guy ruled. That's a problem the U.S. gets. We have no strikers. It's all about that midfield, and Spain's midfield is unbeatable.
Well, I hate to say, when you watch this.
Here's the thing. If you look at that game and you go back and you see the shots that Germany had on goal, those were real shots, okay? They were much closer than all the ones that Spain had. Spain, it was wide, it was far, it was over the top.
But they're also without Thomas Mueller. So, I mean, what would have happened had he been in the game?
It changed the game for them for sure. But also, I have to say, I think that the game coming up on Sunday, it's going to be great to watch, and it's going to be a battle of the goalies because both of these goalies are very good. That both teams are very good. I'm happy with whoever wins. I'm wishing Spain to win. I'm hoping for them. I'll be rooting for them. But I think it's going to be a great game. And even more interesting for me is the second game, the third place game, because Uruguay is a team. It gives me the chills to even talk about it. This team played Holland in the 91st minute. They are still fighting to the point where they get a second goal. It's 3-2 in the 91st minute. It was, if they had had another 2 minutes, they might have tied the Netherlands. This is a team that never gives up. They haven't been in the World Cup, I think it was since 1974.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. My ex-husband, who I'm really mad I divorced, Diego Forlan, who is Bjorn Borg. I'm glad I just get to see him on TV, and I want to see more and more of him. And I think Germany versus Uruguay is going to be, it may be the runner-up match, but I think it's going to be equally as tight and good.
Yeah, the Netherlands was the first three-goal match that they've had in the semi since 1982, which really shows that they actually are putting the ball in the net a lot more often than they were in all the previous matches. That was a great match. I really loved watching it, but the fact of the matter is, I just think that as good as the Netherlands are, like we said, they've been to the World Cup finals twice, they've lost
huge,
twice.
they're formidable,
I just think Spain takes this. I just don't think that they're strong. I just think this will be such a great match to watch on Sunday.
Great match.
It's a great burgers and Guinness kind
of
day.
This guy is the shortest player on their team. Okay, he's like 5'7".
By the way, this looks like Romanian
gymnast. He's like the tallest player on Spain's team.
Is this Cirque du Soleil or soccer?
Robin. As long as there's no red cards and crappy calls and reffing, which brings us to the other point, which we will wrap up.
Which is what? What are you eating during World Cup?
No,
burgers and Guinness again.
I wonder what the colors are going to be, because orange and red on the field are going to look really ugly.
Well, is it like baseball and stuff and other sports where there's a
home
and away
game? I'm not sure how they're going to do the uniforms. I don't know how they figure that out. But FIFA, the bigger thing is, let's hope there's not any screw-ups with goals, and let's really hope that FIFA is able to change some of those rules moving forward with this. But the ratings have been great. America's
because FIFA, you've done a hell of a job officiating so far.
Listen, it's
great
a tough job,
FIFA.
It's a tough job.
It's not a tough job.
It's
called Technology and Review. Great job, FIFA. We're all proud of you. We're all going to try to be just like you. It's a joke. FIFA's a joke. FIFA is a joke.
It's not a joke. It's just the Vatican. It's just the Vatican. They have their own sets of rules. But here's the difference. A lot of, the problem is with technology and all that stuff, they have to change it. They have to change these rules when it comes down to goals. And I just don't know. I think that actually will change. I'm not sure if any of the offside stuff will change or any of the foul stuff will change, but I think that they are absolutely going to have to change goals.
I'm grateful to FIFA only because I've now become a huge World Cup fan. I've jumped on the bandwagon, but I have to say, again, I understand they'll change, but let's not be Luddites. You have cameras everywhere. You've got a World Cup feed, and it's embarrassing. You got a guy from Timbuktu screwing up. Let's face it. You know what I did learn this week? I did learn that as excited I was about USA Ghana, they stink. They really, I love the Team USA guys. I was so into it. I was cheering so hard. I was so enthralled.
Spain play.
When you watch Spain and Germany and Netherlands play, and even Brazil, when you watch Uruguay, when you watch any of these guys, wow, that is talented, talented football.
And you know what I also like about, other than which the NFL doesn't have and none of our teams have, basically that Brazilian coach came home and he was fired.
Yeah.
That was it. Fired. And in the papers they announced, not only do we disgrace our uniform, you disgrace Brazil, and you are, excommunicated.
And
they
the
kick him
new
out of the
coach,
country.
and the
It's
new
like
coach of
fantastic.
France already
Can't
came
we
out
do
and said,
that?
"I'm horrified by you guys. I'm horrified by
Yep.
your behavior." I will say that there's a lot more answering to the public, it seems, in soccer than there is in
Yep.
any of our sports.
Yep,
And I say our sports because, let's face it, this is an international sport.
Huge, huge. And America's got a ways to go, but we're getting there. But anyway, all in all, a great World Cup. 2 huge games this weekend. Saturday is the runner-up game, and Sunday, obviously, is the final.
By the way, in case you were wondering, Wimbledon was played.
Yeah.
I know you're all with bated breath wondering who won, because nobody seems to have cared. I've never seen such little interest in Wimbledon as there was this year. But yes, Serena Williams, who came out this week announcing breaking news that she has a massive butt and huge boobs. Breaking news.
I saw that. I couldn't believe that.
Breaking news.
I mean, it's been an open secret for so long,
Isn't it
and she
strange?
actually came out with it.
I never knew she had a tremendous butt and big
Yeah.
boobs, but I was really pleased that she had the
With such grace.
wherewithal.
Was there a press
to come
conference for
forward
that?
and say, it's okay. I'm a large-breasted woman with a big boob and a big butt, and it's okay. I mean, literally, that was the biggest headline out of Wimbledon this year.
I know. It was terrible. And the 10-hour match, of course. And then Nadal, obviously, he'll be rooting for Spain, clearly, on Sunday.
I mean, we
but
can't
he
even
wins.
talk about Wimbledon without you talking back about the World Cup.
So,
That's
but
how
look at him.
irrelevant it was.
It really was irrelevant. And, it's interesting because in the middle of all this, I had watched this documentary, the 30 on 30 series, which is fantastic, that ESPN, which is hosting the LeBron James special.
Really?
on
They
Half
are?
Now,
That's funny.
is
They
doing
took that check?
on Chris Evert and Martina Navratilova. And you realize, and I actually spoke with both of those women, and it's amazing when you talk about it and you look at like their rivalry, how nothing has even come close to that. They had 2 decades. And I look at women's tennis, and it's like, where's Sharapova gone? Where's this one gone? Where's this?
Martina Hingis?
Martina Hingis, they come up, they win one thing, and then they go away. And really, other than the Williams sisters,
Right.
Venus and Serena, there hasn't been any kind of real, true rivalry, especially in women's tennis.
I would say
that we're
not
talking
since-
about their outfits.
I would say that Steffi Graf, when
Kind
she was
of.
playing, oh yeah,
Who? Monica
Monica
Seles, but then
Seles.
Monica got stabbed.
Right.
And then that was it. And Monica probably would have gone on to win more Grand Slams, and it would have been a real competition. But really, there isn't been any competition, and you can't compete with 2 sisters. It doesn't resonate. It doesn't get the ratings. People can't, they feel uncomfortable rooting for one
and this
sister over
Nadal
another.
Federer thing. Federer is so dry and so boring and just so like
It's
Anna
real.
Wintour's little butt boy that it doesn't even make it that much fun to watch. I mean, he's a beautiful player, I get it, but I really miss the 80s,
It doesn't
90s
feel like,
tennis.
it really feels like there's 1 or 2.
Yeah, where's Pete? Where's Andre?
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 matches.
Where's Michael Chang?
Any
Bible
of 'em.
beating. I mean, we need somebody back
Yeah.
that has personality. Like I think,
I think
okay,
tennis,
I get it.
seriously-
Nadal takes his shirt off. He looks cute.
It's gorgeous.
You know,
It's a thing of beauty.
but I miss
Yeah.
Patrick Rafter. I miss like some of those
Pat
guys.
Rafter had 1 game.
Patrick Rafter.
He won
Yeah, but he was
Wimbledon
so
or the
pretty.
U.S. Open, and that was
he
it.
had that beautiful butterfly serve, that Australian
Yeah.
thing. It was
He
really
was-
pretty.
He was one and done.
I liked him.
I know, but tennis, I think, I do believe, like, I love the outfits. Let's bring it on. I want a mullet. I want something. I do think that American tennis, thank God for the Williams sisters.
How about that World Cup?
Yeah,
I mean,
what
really,
about that
like,
World Cup?
honestly, I hate
do you
to
think
say it,
Paul
but, like-
Gasol is going to
Pau?
Pau? Yeah, sorry, Pau. Do you think he's going to root for Spain?
I think Pau's going. I think
Yeah.
Kobe's going.
But I will say there
half of
hasn't
the-
been enough celebrities other than Mick Jagger and
Bill
Clinton.
Clinton.
I'd like.
They're all going. Shakira's en route.
Shakira's on.
I know
it.
that.
Okay.
My friend's a manager. Inside
Okay.
scoop. Shakira's en route.
All right.
I think a lot of the athletes are going. I mean, I think half of the guys in the NFL are going to get on nice, like charter
Do
flights
you
to
think
South
Jack Nicholson will
Africa.
be there? Do you think a Kardashian will be there?
If a Kardashian goes, then you will
think
then
so?
definitely watch. Why don't you get on that? You know, if Kim is smart, which we all know she is,
Yeah.
she'll get on she'll get her.
And what
booty
about
on
the
that
baby
first
boom?
flight
Didn't I
south.
tell you there was going to be a huge baby boom because of World Cup? I didn't realize it was actually going to be players. But Landon Donovan apparently is a love child, and Cristiano Ronaldo is a love child.
No,
but he's
no,
already
Christian.
named.
It's not a love child. Did you read about this?
Oh, please, Suzy.
It's not
the
a love
surrogate.
child. Surrogate? Is that a love child?
Okay, keep talking. So a
So, but-
23-year-old billionaire has a surrogate because he so wants a child?
Well, Ricky Martin did too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry.
Maybe
that,
something
to me,
about-
there's another layer and another layer on top of that.
Right. So you think it was just some tricky hoe, and
I don't know. He lives in a very Catholic country. I don't know. I find
I think
it
it
all
was
a
a
very
surrogate.
odd
I think he wanted
story.
to have a kid on his own, and I think then he started dating some hot Russian model, right?
Yeah, because he's always home a lot. He wants to be, when down of the year.
The truth of the matter is, a lot of these guys actually want to be like some of the athletes that I know. It hurts
Maybe
them
he
that
did
they're
it for
not
his
good
mother.
dads. And well, apparently his mom's young and wanted a baby.
Yeah,
to
so
raise.
that's what she got.
And she was
So
worried
maybe that's
about
it.
she was worried about the fruit of her loins and all that crap. But I mean, who
I don't
knows?
know.
All I
Matt,
know
what else
is
we got?
we have your boyfriend Tim Tebow.
Come on, let's talk. Denver Broncos. Finally, I've been waiting 25 minutes to talk about the Broncos. Here he is.
All we want to say about this is how crazy is it that the highest selling NFL uni of all time, or of jersey for the year, is Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. That's not even rookie though, isn't it? Of all time, isn't it?
And I'm wondering who's buying it.
And
It's
he
a
has
lot
not
of,
yet played a professional football game, or even gone nothing.
a lot of
And
40-year-old moms going, he's so cute.
Tim Tebow.
lot
I
of
think
Florida
it's kind of
fans.
amazing. It's great for Denver.
We're going to wrap this up by doing things we love, because that's what we like to do. Here's what I love.
Yep.
I love 750 million reasons to love Elin Nordegren. So congratulations, Elin. You got 750 million from divorcing that schmuck. Great job. I'm happy for you. Take the money and run with it. I hope you get to spend more time in your lake house in Sweden. Let's talk about what you love, part 2, when we come back at 7, because let's face it, LeBron's going live now. We're going to lose all you people, but we will see you back here for Let Me Finish after the LeBron special. We'll see you then.